This is how you get a record deal, the real way, right? Okay, because what's going on right now is straight bullshit, right? This is how you get a record deal, right? All labels do is watch. They want to see your Spotify numbers, right? They want to see the biggest thing is your Instagram numbers, right? You got to build up your Instagram. You got to build up your YouTube subscribers, right? And that's very easy, right? One thing you got to do is you got to control your narrative. You control your narrative, you're getting that money. You're getting that cha-ching, baby. You know what I mean? You're getting that chickadee. We going to fuck some strippers. We going to fuck some strippers. If you a nigga, if you a bad bitch, you about to go to Dior and Chanel. You feel me? Nah, seriously. Seriously. You got to control your narrative, right? You got to control your narrative, right? Like I could make a fat bitch with no teeth a record deal, right? We call her toothless, right? And she gonna sell, right? Because the aesthetic is there. You know she's a fat bitch with no teeth, right? And everybody, it is funny, right? You gotta laugh at yourself, right? That's why the baby's so big, right? When he first came up, he had a diaper on going to South by Southwest, right? Because you gotta control your narrative, right? You mean? You gotta own it, right? Because labels, right? All A&Rs do is book studio time, right? That's all they do. You mean? They don't know how to build a narrative anymore. They're useless, right? They can't build it, right? They can't build foundations anymore, right? There's no artist development, right? Okay? Republic, they got this kid named Lil West. The kid is fire, right? Fire, right? But the thing is they don't understand is they don't understand our culture, right? They don't understand how to build an aesthetic, right? And how to push an aesthetic, right? You mean? They could just put you on a couple of blogs. This is what they do. They give him a feature, put him on some blogs and shit, you mean? Some Instagram blogs. And think he's gonna gain. That's not the way you gain, right? You gain off a narrative. You gotta push your narrative. You push your narrative, man, it's gonna be like Popeyes with the chicken sandwich. It's over, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Like me, I'm not an artist, right? But if I was an artist, I call myself, I wear size 14. I call myself Bigfoot, right? You mean? You know what I'm saying? And my narrative is gonna be stupid. You mean? Like, you mean? It's okay to laugh at yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Like 6ix9ine did hit 6ix9ine recorded Gummo and Kuda in my studio, right? You mean? And that kid's not gangster, by no means, right? But he controlled his narrative, right? He had everybody thinking he was gangster, right? And that's cause people only care about perception. People don't care about truth. You know what I'm saying? If I say I'm Dominican, you gonna believe I'm Dominican, right? The only words I know is como estás muy bien, right? But that shit don't matter, because if you don't speak Spanish, right, you gonna be like, oh shit, this motherfucker really Dominican, right? You gotta control your narrative, right? Labels, these niggas is old Jewish niggas that don't know shit about our culture, right? You mean? They're all Atlantic, Republic, whatever label you trying to get, Warner, whatever it is, they come to you. You don't come to them, right? When you need a label deal, or when you need a record deal, you're not going to get one, right? Because the only way you get a deal now, they come to you, right? Because you define your self-worth, right? And you make it where they have to come to you, right? You get what I'm saying? And remember, before you sign anything, you get a lawyer, right? You control your publishing, because publishing is life, right? Because in this generation, nobody sells records anymore, right? It's all about streaming, right? So you want to control your publishing, right? And your show money. Your show money, you want to make sure you give up little as possible, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? You got to build your aesthetic, right? And you want to control your narrative. You do that, you out of here, right? Because people going to tell you anything in this world, right? But at the end of the day, I got 3 artists signed, right? Within a year, right? That shit is easy, right? You know why? Because you control the narrative. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, right? Nobody really wants, right? Oh, no. I'm going to rephrase that, right? Labels don't want J. Cole. Labels don't want Chance, right? They don't want real music, right? They don't want Nas, right? They want ignorance, right? You know what I mean? I love the Migos to death. I love the baby. They want ignorance, right? They want you to feed off of ignorance, right? They want you to be hood niggas with yellow hair, right? But the thing is, right? You don't gotta be a hood nigga. The Migos and the baby, cool, they hood niggas. But you don't have to be a hood nigga. Just be your aesthetic, right? Because perception is everything. Look at Tekka. He talks about guns and lean. Everybody know he's not doing that shit, but it doesn't matter. It sounds good, right? The new generation is not about. It's not about it meaning something, right? It's about how it looks, right? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like, have you ever ate a bologna sandwich? That shit ain't that good, right? But if you believe it's turkey, it's turkey. You know what I'm saying? It'd be Boar's Head turkey. You know what I mean? It'd be chopped cheese for all you want to know, right? Build your aesthetic, right? You build your aesthetic. You know what I mean? The music is going to be there, right? It's easy to get the music there, right? You can't. The aesthetic is the hardest thing in the world, and labels don't understand that. That's why they don't know how to deal with. They don't know how to build urban. There's no artist develop anymore, right? There's no Clive Davis. You know what I mean? There's no new L.A. Reid. There's no new Diddy when Diddy cared about music, because Diddy damn sure don't care about music now because he got too much money, right? You know what I mean? There's none of that, right? There's no Dr. Dre, right? Dr. Dre, they're worth too much money, right? And when you got too much money, you lose perspective, right? Don't worry, I'm trying to lose perspective too. Don't get me wrong, right? But when you got too much money, right, you lose perspective, right? Because you stop getting hungry, right? I love Timbaland to death, right? But all these guys, when you forgot how to be broke, right? It's sort of hard to relate, right? Just being honest, right? Cause nigga, you so broke when you check your account balance, you can't even get a Subway sandwich. You know what I mean? Then you like, shit. Let me go to the corner store, you know what I mean? And try to get some Swiss rolls. Real cap. Like, you gotta build your aesthetic, right? And you don't listen to none of them old niggas who think they know everything, right? Because if they knew everything, why they not on, right? They say, yo, let's do this, that. Listen, right? You dress up as Blues Clues and you give people swag and real art as well, right? You gotta give them some ignorant, right? You gotta give them some ignorance, but you gotta give them some real shit, right? Because labels don't want chance. They don't want that. Like, they don't want real poetic music. They don't want real music, right? They want you to be this hood nigga, you mean, on some Migos shit, or some Purple Head shit, or doing weird emo shit, right? Because that's all they know that sells, right? So you give them a little bit of that, but you switch them up, right? You mean, you build your own brand. Because you build your brand, you out of here. That's why when labels try to sign artists, and they try to build artists, they don't do shit, right? But they do shit when they have brands. You know what I'm saying? Build your brand, right? Know your fan base, right? And know how to move with that fan base, right? Because at the end of the day, right? Nigga, there's money in this game. There's money in this game, nigga. You mean? There's money in this game, right? But you gotta move right. You move right, you out of here. You mean? This shit is easy, right? I was with all these kids coming up. You mean? My studio had everybody in there, right? Everybody that's somebody now came through the studio. They knew their aesthetic, right? Right? But you gotta outwork everybody around you. Everybody around you. It can't be a game. You mean? It gotta be a way of life, right? Because there's always a nigga who wanna take his spot, right? You mean? Yeah? Music is not about being white or black or Spanish. It's about work ethic, right? You gotta outwork everybody around you. And you don't got no friends. Because all these niggas is fake, right? So you play their game, right? The friends you got is the niggas you grew up with, right? You mean? Because at the end of the day, like when you on, niggas change up. So you gotta change up, right? Because when you got money, and when you get money, right? You can't be that same person, right? Because if you're that same person, you're gonna do that same shit you was doing, right? You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like a bad bitch, right? You know what I mean? When she get that ass, when she ass shot, she's trying to be with a different type of nigga, right? So when you on, right, as a nigga or a female, right, you gotta move different, right? You gotta move like an artist, right? You gotta protect your brand. You don't let nobody diminish your brand, right? At the end of the day, right? Because music is the hardest thing anybody can ever do, right? And as an artist, you gotta be unforgiving. Period. You gotta be unforgiving, right? Not give a fuck about nothing, right? And reckless when you do it, right? And I guarantee you're gonna hit, right? Because labels, they watch you, right? You might not think they watching you. You might only have 2,000-3,000 followers, but they watching you, right? You mean? They watching your numbers, right? You mean? They know your numbers more than you know your own numbers, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's don't worry about getting on big Spotify playlists because that won't exist, right? Keep it on it. The labels own the Spotify playlist, right? And if you try to get on it, you might not, but it's rarely you probably won't, right? So you get on, you pay to get on small playlists, right? To build your subscribers up there. Those small playlists is going to be a trickle effect. Then the big playlist might see you, right? They might push you, but the monthly listeners up. That's how you get around that, right? You mean? You mean you gotta build your aesthetic, right? You got to, right? You mean you got to, because music is easy to. You build some songwriters, right? You mean, and you got a team around you if you can't write. If you can write, that's great for you, right? But just make sure you write what's in pocket, right? You mean, and you don't try to follow the Migos. You don't try to follow Gucci. You try to build your own swag, right? The Migos is fire, right? But they fire. So you trying to be there and try to sound like them, you're not gonna win, right? You mean? At the end of the day, right? You mean? Trippy because he's trippy, right? Uzi because he's Uzi, right? Like you gotta be you, right? You gotta be cool to be you, right? Fuck everybody else. At the end of the day, be you, right? But put some swag on it, right? You mean? And and entertain people while you're doing it, right? Because at the end of the day, the worst thing a bad bitch can ever do is be bad at sex, right? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, right? That's the worst thing in the world, because exactly, it's just a bad thing, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? All bad bitches can't fuck, and that's just the reality of it, right? You know what I mean? A lot of fat bitches can fuck, trust me. You know what I mean? A little pushing for the, you know what I mean? Just me, but you gotta build you, right? And you know what I mean? For niggas, you gotta be unrelentless. You gotta be unrelentless, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? And you don't worry about a record deal, right? You don't worry about somebody hearing your music. Because at the end of the day, niggas don't give a fuck about nothing. They give a fuck about progression. So you give them progression, okay? You know what I mean? You give them growth. That's what people care about, right? Then when they see you growing, all these motherfuckers gonna be on your dick and try to grow with you, right? And as women, right? Okay? Like you can sell sex all you want to, right? But all women are selling sex, right? So you need something different, right? You mean at the end of the day, because there's so many Instagram thoughts selling sex, right? That's all cool, right? And that's all cool. Like a nigga gonna like a girl photo, a nigga just not gonna like a random nigga photo. Niggas don't do that, right? Right? But girls, you gotta start building a dope ass aesthetic, right? Cardi has an aesthetic, right? She a hood bitch, but she got that sauce, right? Nicki, the gay niggas love Nicki, right? You know what I mean? You gotta build an aesthetic that just not no sexy bitch, right? Because anybody can be a sexy bitch. You know what I mean? I go to a strip club and get a bitch right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Her name is, I give her a name called Juicy because of ass. That shit don't mean nothing. You gotta build an aesthetic. And sex can't just be an aesthetic, right? Every bitch got a fat ass. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm just, not every bitch. But on Instagram, all the bitches like they got fat ass. You see them in person, they be like, yeah, I thought it was a little bit bigger. But you gotta start building an aesthetic, right? As females, right? You gotta start, like Erykah Badu had a mean aesthetic. You know what I mean? Damn, Sade had an aesthetic, right? You gotta start building an aesthetic, right? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like nigga, I don't care if you call yourself Doll Baby and you got dolls in your book bag is made out of dolls. Your pants is made out of dolls. That's an aesthetic. So when they see you, oh, that's Doll Baby right there. People gonna respect it, right? They gotta know who you are, right? You mean I could make a fat bitch with no teeth pop and call her toothless, no cap, right? You own your aesthetic. Lizzo is 31, right? And you know all them labels probably passed. She got the #1 single in the country. I guarantee you, many bitches passed. Many label niggas passed, right? Because they probably thought she was too big. She was black. You know what I mean? She wasn't attractive like a Rihanna. She got #1 record in the world. People should be losing their job. You know why? Because she owned her aesthetic, right? When she cry, I want to cry. When she sing, I think I can sing. You know what I mean? Like, you feel her, right? You feel the emotion. You feel the way somebody talks, right? You feel the swag. That's what you need. Okay? You know what I mean? Age ain't nothing but a number. Leah said that. Lizzo 31 with the #1 single. Think about how many years she had to work and grind for that, right? And then she realized, yo, fuck everybody, I'm going to do things my way, right? You guys got to start doing things your way. Fuck everybody else, right? At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you want to get a label? They going to sign you because you do it. Not because they dope. Because they damn sure ain't dope, right? It's old Jewish niggas telling you about your culture. How's an old Jewish nigga going to tell you how to be broke? How's an old Jewish nigga going to tell you, nigga, how to use an EBT card, right? Oh, you know in New York, you can't go to a bodega and order hot food, right? Unless you cool with the bodega nigga, right? Nigga can't tell you that. You mean? He can't tell you it's $250, you mean, for an EBT card, right? If you stand next to a grocery store, you get a crackhead, give it to you for 30%. You mean? Like, niggas can't tell you that, right? You tell yourself that, right? You mean? You put your pain, your struggle, your heart in this shit. You mean? They just sign you when you already done. So fuck them. Build your aesthetic. You mean? Grind. Win. You mean? Because I tell you this, right? You walk into a label and get a deal, you're going to be shelved because you know why? They're not going to know what to do with you. Because there's no transition. You mean? Nigga, you got to be like, you mean? You got to be doing some fucking be Romeo Santos on these motherfuckers. You mean? You got to dance on these motherfuckers. They got to know that your shit, when that shit drop, they going to feel you, right? And they going to want it. And they going to love you for it. They going to embrace you for it, right? That's how the fuck I feel when I walk into these fucking buildings, right? They got to feel me. They got to feel you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they want what you got. You damn sure don't want what they got because they got boring ass lives. They might have more money than this, but I guarantee you this, right? When you fuck and they fuck, it's two different things, right? Because they boring people. They want you not to act like them, right? They want ignorance. So you give them ignorance, but you dictate the ignorance. You dictate the narrative. Facts. Welcome to Headway, baby.